This video is brought to you by Gamersubs. Use code MHB at checkout for 10% off your next order. I want to platinum every game I own. I have way too many games that I've spent my hard-earned money. Well, okay, let's not get crazy. I've spent a lot of money on these games. I'm finally putting my foot down and doing something about it. Now, I'm planning to do this with my PS3, PS4, and PS5 games, but as a physical games collector, my PS3 library is by far the biggest. Gathering dust and day by day, more and more of those games are becoming unobtainable to platinum. So that's where I'm starting this journey. I have 160 PS3 games in my physical collection, a few digital as well, but I'll add those to the list later down the line. Now, 160 sounds like a lot, but actually, we have to do some quick math here because not all of these games are relevant. First, we subtract the 18 games I've already platinumed, the 40 games that either don't have trophy support or no longer have obtainable platinums, and for now, the 8 games I've already made videos on, but they were on different consoles. That leaves me with 94 games that, as of right now, are still possible to platinum. So with that in mind, I did what I do best. I put all those games into a wheel and we'll let fate decide what we platinum next. There's a lot of variety in here, from nice and easy games to some real ballbusters and everything in between, so this should be fun. As always, if you do end up enjoying the content and want to see more like it, be sure to like the video, comment below any PS3 games you think I need to add to this Wheel of Fortune that isn't already there, and subscribe so you don't miss out on future videos. But with all the formalities out the way, let's spin the wheel and see how we're getting this quest started. Ooh, alright, we can do up. Up's nice, nice way to start this, hell yeah. Nice and easy. Ooh, that was real close to XCOM, which would have been an absolute doozy to start this series off with. But thankfully, we get an easy layup to start this thing. Up is a game I bought last year when I was in my Pixar gaming phase, and unlike Cars, I don't have a controversial opinion on this movie, except for the fact it definitely robbed Fantastic Mr. Fox of Best Animated Film at the Oscars in 2009, and I'll die on that hill. Regardless, I haven't watched Up since I was 11 or 12 years old, so I'm kind of going into this game completely in the dark. I mean, I bought the game because I thought platinuming all the Pixar games would be cool, and then never followed through with it, so here we are. I don't know much about the game, I don't remember a whole lot about what happens in the movie at this point, and since there's not much in the form of a trophy guide, all I can really gather is this should be a short platinum to get through. So let's get the game off the shelf, pop it in the old PS3 that I'm surprised is still chugging along at this point, and see what this game is all about.
Ah! What is that thing?
I didn't really have a plan for this platinum because, again, not really sure what I was getting into, so a standard just beat the game and see what was left at the end sort of deal made the most sense to me. The game drops you straight into the action, controlling Doug in a plane, and we need to protect Carl, Russell, and the house. Shooting down a plane for our first trophy, Wings badge. And with a whopping 4 planes defeated, that was the first level over. There's 11 levels in this game, just a quick FYI. Adventure is out there. Alright, that's the first level done. I think there's like 10 levels in this game. We've been playing for 3 minutes. But with that done, now we get control of Carl and Russell and actually see what this game is all about. It's a co-op platformer, needing to use both characters' strengths to get past different obstacles and team up from time to time to cross bigger jumps. It's very basic. You have a jump, an attack, some character-specific abilities like a trumpet or hearing aids, but in terms of enemies, it's not really a thing. I mean, it is, but it mostly involves waiting for them to attack you, block, and stunning them to take them out. The difficulty more so comes from the environmental hazards, but for right now, it's pretty smooth sailing, just learning the game a bit, getting through level 2, and because I'm a god gamer, doing it without failing or quitting, because I'm no quitter. To Paradise Falls. Oh, alright, that's level 2 done. Survivor badge. No idea what that's for, but we'll take it. The third mission is when the environmental obstacles start coming into play, from snare traps and random dog attacks. This is where Kevin the bird comes into the story and adds more platforming mechanics for Russell. In this level, we snagged a few trophies for things like freeing a buddy from 5 snare traps, which they're for whatever reason lured to like a bee to honey. Buddy system badge. Let's go. Found Kevin. Bird watching badge. Use Russell's key to cut through 3 items. Sharp tools badge. And beating the level, which I unfortunately missed a collectible, but we'll get back to those later in the video. A bird named Kevin. Alright, we're gonna have to go back because we missed the memento, but that's alright. Again, these levels are like 5 to 10 minutes. Level 4 is our first boss battle against the giant anaconda. That ended up breaking on me, which isn't an uncommon occurrence in this game. Feel like this is broken on me? I can't do anything, I'm stuck. This boss and one later in the video is where we can grab the only co-op specific trophy in this game for beating one of the bosses with 2 players. So you do need 2 controllers for this game, but you can also have someone join just before the end of the fight and it counts. Which is great for people like me who have no one to play with who would have had to monkey brain 2 controllers. So while luring the anaconda into the electric eels, I used 3 of Russell's canteens, which I don't really know what these do. Hey, first aid badge, nice. And with too many electric shocks, took care of the anaconda. Slide and slither. And teamwork badge, cool, so you can just join right at the end. Easy peasy. The next level is trying to find the person in the mist, which is where we got quite a few random trophies, like using Russell's bugle 3 times, which, by the way, these abilities you have to remember to use. They aren't actually all that helpful. Music badge. Caught 100 bugs and butterflies, which is important for later. Seriously, don't skip any of these. Catch them all. Bug hunting badge. Tied off the house to progress further. Not tying badge. Whew! Squash 10 wasps or spiders. Pest control badge. Well, that's embarrassing because that death's gonna be in there. I didn't die enough. That's a false allegation right there. Let's go, excavation badge. And finally found the voice in the mist, Doug. A voice in the mist. Not much happens in level 6 other than we can now control Doug from time to time to dig up certain spots, and the dogfights start ramping up, but right at the start of the level, make sure to put out your campfire like a good scout. Global Citizen badge. And survive in the water with piranhas. Fishing badge. Is that for something to do with the piranhas, I'm assuming? Meet the pack. Level 7 is basically just dog attack after dog attack. Getting the trophies for defending ourselves against 10 dog ambushes in the process. Hey, defense badge. And breaking open 10 watermelons. Karate badge, let's go. And the final dog ambush breaking once again because this dog went to the moon for whatever reason. What the hell? What the hell happened to that dog? That dog. Why did he just fly away, man? Night in the jungle. Level 8 is time for another boss battle. The giant crocodile, which again decided to break on me. Any day now, game. Ugh. Why is this game so broken? I don't get it. It is the last body of water we need to swim through though, so that was cool. Hey, swimming badge, cool. I'm like just happy to be here. I have no idea what these trophies are when they're popping. The croc fight, when it works, is real simple. Probably the easier of the 2 fights to do co-op by yourself. You just need to lure him to attack the spikes on either side and hit a rock into the pillars while he's on his back and he's done for. Sinkhole Terror. We're almost at the end here, a whopping 2.5 hours deep. Level 9 is about reaching the top of Paradise Falls, and it's here we broke our 500th object. Environment badge. Dug up our last bone with Doug. Shoveling badge. And found the perfect view of Paradise Falls, which is just the top of the waterfall off to the side here. Hiking badge. I will say as well, this level had some really slippery controls for some reason. Paradise Falls. onto the final real level, and Russell has gone off to save Kevin, but now they're both captured, so it's up to Carl and Doug to save them. This is where we get quite a few collectible trophies, like for unlocking the bonus art, animation badge, collecting all the artifacts, artifact curator, found and collected a gold Jaguar, rare statue badge, and collecting 600 merit badges, or I call them coins, in total, which we need for a trophy in the next step. Merit badge champion. With Kevin and Russell safe, it's on to the final level. Spirit of Adventure, which is just a longer version of the first level. Back as Doug, we need to save the house from Muntz and his canines, taking out plane after plane, and eventually Muntz's blimp, and that's up story, done and dusted. Adventure is here, and I think that's the game done. So that took me about, give or take, like 2.5 hours to get through. So we'll see what we have left. I feel like we got a fair chunk of trophies. I know I missed some collectibles, but we need to replay a level anyway again.
Ah! What is that thing?
35 out of the 43 trophies were already in the bag, and, well, I'll be honest, the rest of the trophies were an absolute breeze to clean up. But the main trophy we were looking for was Ellie Badge, for completing all of the quest cards. What's a quest card? Well, they're unlocked every 400 coins, 6,000 being the total you need to unlock them all, and these task you with collecting different bugs, butterflies, artifacts, and mementos throughout the game. I only had a few left when it was all said and done, and thankfully all but one quest card I could complete by replaying the only level I missed a collectible on. So I booted up level 3 and went bug and collectible hunting. This only took about 10 minutes to get through, but in that time I unlocked all the extra multiplayer combat maps, a reward for some quest cards, multiplayer extras, okay cool, collected all the mementos in the game, Memento Specialist. Used Carl's house to float across all the chasms, which I feel like this is the only missable one. Kite badge. Let's go. Okay, that's all the chasms. And played through a previously completed level. Recycling badge. That's for playing a level again. All that was left was one quest card, but it was these yellow bee-looking butterflies that I'd not seen before. So I went diving into the depths of the internet and I'm just playing. I found very quickly there was a great achievement guide that helped me learn that these butterflies are only found in level 5 and only in this exact spot. I put my speedrunning shoes on, blitzed through the level, and with all 5 butterflies in hand got 2 trophies for collecting all bug and butterfly variants and completing every quest card. Entomology badge. Ellie badge. Alright, that's all the quest cards done. But there's still one trophy left. What's that for? It's for clicking on the multiplayer. That's it. This is a hidden trophy, by the way, for God knows what reason, but with all that complete, we got Up's Platinum Trophy, and that makes it, what? 1 down, 93 more to go? Beginner's Wings, Platinum Trophy, and that is Up. Done. So, would I recommend Up to play in Platinum? It's fine. It's a really easy platinum to add to your collection, and it's alright to play, but it's nothing special. If you have someone to play with, yeah, why not? It'd be great for younger kids to learn how to use a controller if nothing else. Thank you so much for watching. Shorter video this week, but I mean, hey, there's only so much I can say about a 4-hour game. If you made it this far into the video, make sure to leave a comment with "Adventure is out there" to let me know that you made it to the end. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment below and let me know which PS3 games you hope the wheel lands on next, or any games to potentially add to the wheel. Shout out to the channel members for that extra level of support, and special thanks to members of the Bear Club, G&T Papi, Nugget, Darkwolf, Scott Unwin, Steel Vanguard, NPO Crusader, Lug Knights, It's Grey J, Kuzma, Zafado, and Golden Sparrow. Thank you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.